8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Romesh Piris and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The President emphasizes that priority should be given to promote renewable energy sources in future. The Chief Secretary of the Eastern Province reappointed. The GCE Advanced Level Examination began today at 2,438 centres. The Director General of Health Services confirms 26 COVID deaths, increasing the overall death toll. Sri Lanka to import 100,000 metric tons of rice from Myanmar. The Environment Minister says $611 million worth of plastics imported to Sri Lanka. India and Sri Lanka to discuss economic investments. In foreign news, France's President Macron takes leading role in Ukraine-Russia crisis. In sports news, tennis. Tennis star Pang Shuai says Weibo post sparked huge misunderstanding. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has emphasized that priority should be given to promote renewable energy sources in future. The President mentioned this today during the Government Parliamentary Group meeting at Temple Trees. Attention was paid to several aspects, including solving the electricity issue and the growth of the export economy. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and high-ranking government officials attended the meeting. Tushita P. Wanigasinghe has been reappointed as the Chief Secretary of the Eastern Province. The Presidential Media Unit said he received his letter of appointment from President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the Presidential Secretariat this afternoon. A senior official in the Sri Lanka Administrative Service, he also served as the District Secretary of Kagala and Ampara and has held senior positions in a number of government agencies. In December 2019, Mr. Wanigasinghe was also appointed as the Chief Secretary of the Eastern Province. The Examinations Commissioner General L.M.D. Dharmasena says the 2021-22 GCE Advanced Level Examination commenced today at 2,438 examination centres around the country. He said a total of 345,242 candidates, including 279,141 school candidates and 66,101 private candidates, will be sitting the examination tomorrow. Meanwhile, 29 examination centres close to district hospitals have been established for candidates who have contracted the coronavirus and for those who are under quarantine. The Health Ministry says another 454 coronavirus patients have recovered and have been discharged within the last 24 hours. This brings the number of COVID-19 recoveries in the country so far to 581,659, while 22,180 patients infected with the virus are currently undergoing treatment. The Director General of Health Services has confirmed 26 COVID deaths for the 6th of February, increasing the death toll to 15,621. According to the Epidemiology Unit report, so far, a total of 16,783,298 people have received the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine and 14,010,772 have received the second dose. In addition, 5,724,507 have received the third booster dose. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The medical insurance plan that begins at the age of 60. Medi60 from Sri Lanka Insurance.
We continue with local news. The Environment Minister, Mahinda Amaravira, says the United Nations Comtrade database has revealed that Sri Lanka has imported $611.53 million worth of plastics in 2022. He made these comments during a recent discussion with a group of environmentalists. A group of environmentalists from the Center for Environmental Justice participated in the discussion on the environmental damage caused by plastics and polythene. The discussion also focused on the other remaining forests to be taken over under the Singharaja Forest Zone and human activities contributing to the environmental damage in the vicinity of the Singharaja Forest. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and Foreign Minister Professor G.L. Peiris today engaged in bilateral discussions in New Delhi. The two parties discussed prospects of economic investment initiatives to strengthen Sri Lanka and exchange views on the fishermen issue. Minister Jaishankar said productive talks were held that focused on additional steps to enhance Sri Lanka's energy security. Both ministers recognized the importance of greater tourism for the economic recovery. They also noted the importance of people-to-people linkages through greater connectivity. Pediatrician Dr. B.J.C. Pereira says the age at which children are vaccinated against the coronavirus could be amended in future. Speaking at a media briefing in Colombo today, Dr. Pereira said there is no scientific research and reasons to vaccinate children in the smaller age category, adding that trials are, however, underway in other parts of the world. Dr. Pereira added a vaccine is also being trialled among children above 6 years, with the results expected within a month. 9 suspects, including State Minister Arundhika Fernando's son, who were arrested over assaulting a group of students of the medical faculty of the University of California, have been released on bail. The order was issued by the Wattala Magistrates Court today. The assault incident was reported on the 1st of February, while several students who sustained injuries were admitted to hospitals. Police today informed court that investigations into the assault incident are nearing completion. The magistrates sternly warned all suspects to refrain from engaging in such brawls in future and released them on a 5,000 rupee cash bail and a surety bail of 500,000 rupees each. Next, we take a look at the main news story.
The medical insurance plan that begins at the age of 60. Medi60 from Sri Lanka Insurance. A health insurance plan to honor our most valued elders by the protectors of the nation. We now give our treasured senior citizens access to the very best medical insurance, specially tailored for anyone over 60. What's more, you don't need medical screening to access this policy. And Medi60 covers a wide range of illnesses. Only from Sri Lanka Insurance. Call 0112 357 357.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Sri Lanka's Ministry of Trade has decided to import 100,000 metric tons of white rice from Myanmar to control the rising price of rice in the market. It is planned to import this stock of rice at $445 per metric ton through the Sri Lanka Trade General Corporation. The Ministry of Trade plans to import 20,000 metric tons of rice at a time and release it to the market from time to time. The Ministry of Trade has requested the central bank to issue the required foreign exchange to the People's Bank for the importation of these stocks of rice. That was the main news story. Watchlight follows.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
A look at Watchlight. State Minister Dilum Amanugama says that necessary steps are being taken to make the vaccination card compulsory when using public transport. Speaking to reporters in Kandy, he said that if the health sector issues any circular or informs that only those who have received all 3 vaccines should travel on public transport, we have to adhere to that because this is a pandemic situation. That was a look at Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow the headlines. France's President Macron takes leading role in Ukraine-Russia crisis. The final stage of Vienna talks to resume. Morocco prepares to bury 5-year-old who died trapped in well. French President Emmanuel Macron met Vladimir Putin in Moscow today in a bid to avert a feared Russian invasion of Ukraine. The French leader has said he is aiming for dialogue with Russia and de-escalation from the talks, which are scheduled to begin at 1400 hours GMT. Macron's effort is the highest profile intervention yet by a Western leader to defuse tensions. He will visit Kiev for talks with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky tomorrow. Political delegations of Iran and the World Powers Party to its 2015 nuclear deal are due to return to Vienna for what could be the final stretch of intensive efforts to restore the landmark accord. Multiple sides have confirmed the eighth round of talks, which was paused for more than a week to allow delegations to head back to their capitals for political consultations, will resume tomorrow in the Austrian capital. Morocco is preparing to bury little Ryan, a boy aged 5 who died after being trapped in a well for 4 days. Ryan Oram fell down the 32-meter well on the 1st of February, sparking painstaking efforts to rescue him that drew attention from around the world. In Morocco, hundreds gathered at the well and thousands more followed the rescue efforts online. His funeral is to be held in his village in the northern Rif Mountains, where the tragedy unfolded. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. France's President Macron takes leading role in Ukraine-Russia crisis. The final stage of Vienna talks to resume. Morocco prepares to bury 5-year-old who died trapped in a well. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news follows.
Development news is brought to you by Let's take coal out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
Indika Anuruddha, State Minister of Rural Housing and Construction and Building Material Industry, states that President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has given necessary instructions to the Building Materials Corporation to import tiles and cement to be distributed at affordable prices. State Minister Anuruddha stated that as a solution to the shortage of tiles, the distribution of imported tiles at affordable prices will be done through the Building Materials Corporation, and imported cement will be available through the corporation within the next 2 weeks. That was development news. Up next is sports news.
Development news was brought to you by the coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928. Sports news is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
Tennis star Pang Shuai says there has been a huge misunderstanding over a post in which she claimed she was forced into having sexual relations with the former Chinese party leader. The November 2021 social media post was swiftly deleted and Ms. Pang disappeared for weeks, sparking global concern. But now, speaking to France's L'Equipe newspaper, Ms. Pang says she never alleged she suffered a sexual assault. However, the interview was done in highly controlled circumstances. That was sports news. Business news follows.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Business news sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Ceylon Fisheries Corporation And Uber Eats today announced a partnership to facilitate the delivery of CFC products on the popular online food delivery platform. This makes Uber Eats the first and only online marketplace to sell CFC products. The launch event hosted at CFC's Bambalapitiya outlet was attended by State Minister Kanchana Wijesekara of the Ministry of Ornamental Fish, Inland Fish, Prawn Farming and Fishery Harbour Development. This partnership will make it possible for consumers to get access to popular CFC products ranging from a wide variety of fresh fish, seafood such as prawns, crabs and cuttlefish, as well as dry fish products at the click of a button. That was business news. A look at economic news next.
Business news, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Economic news, courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has appointed Renuka Weerakoon as the Acting Director General of the State-owned Board of Investment. The BOI said in a statement the letter of appointment was handed over to the new Acting DG by the State Minister of Aviation and Export Zone Development, D.V. Chanaka. Ms. Weerakoon has been with the Board of Investment for over 27 years, having held senior roles across a number of key departments, most recently as Executive Director Project Monitoring and previously as Executive Director Investment and Promotion. That was economic news. Finally, a look at the weather report.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
Finally, the weather report. The Met Department forecasts that showers or thunder showers may occur at several places in the eastern, Uva, southern, central and Sabaragamo provinces and in the Kalutara district. Meanwhile, several spells of showers will occur tomorrow in the eastern and Uva provinces and in the Polonnaruwa, Hambantota and Mathale districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the western and Sabaragamo provinces and in the Kandy, Nuwara, Galle and Mathara districts during the evening or at night. Misty conditions can be expected at several places in the western, Sabaragamo and northwestern provinces during the morning. That was the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. The President emphasizes that priority should be given to promote renewable energy sources in future. The Chief Secretary of the Eastern Province reappointed. The GCE Advanced Level Examination began today at 2,438 centres. The Director General of Health Services confirms 26 COVID deaths, increasing the overall death toll. Sri Lanka to import 100,000 metric tons of rice from Myanmar. The Environment Minister says $611 million worth of plastics imported to Sri Lanka, India and Sri Lanka to discuss economic investment. In foreign news, France's President Macron takes leading role in Ukraine-Russia crisis. And sports news, tennis star Pang Shui says Weibo posted huge misunderstanding. And that was the end of tonight's news broadcast.